Welcome back to Black Coffee and Grits. I'm Lisa. I'm bringing you something special today. It's going to be a Christmas / winter kit parade. I have 10 projects that I want to start right now. I think I have 10. I may have kitted up more than that. I honestly didn't count them. Look, I got a real tree. Yesterday we went to the Christmas tree lot and picked out a tree and brought it home. And I'm in the middle of decorating. I haven't finished everything, but I did put some decorations on the tree last night. Made a giant pot of beans with the ham bone that was left over from Thanksgiving. It's like my favorite thing to do is cook cornbread and make a pot of beans. It smelled so good. So I'm enjoying my second cup of coffee. Look out. That may result in some craziness. So I'm gonna show you the Christmas projects first, and then I'm gonna show you the winter projects. And I just kind of went bananas. Not everything is like in a cute project bag, so I'm not even gonna show the project bags, but I am gonna show you all the projects that I kitted up. So are you ready? The first one is Joy to the World by Emily Call. Remember this cute little nativity scene? I have kitted it up with a piece of Night Sky by Fiber on a Whim. So it's almost black, but it's more charcoal. It's a 32 count linen. And then I decided to just pick my own colors for this based off of what Emily's picture looks like, mainly because I just wanted to use stash. So I have Perfect Piecrust from Classic Colorworks, and then a lot of these other flosses are Color and Cotton. This is a really pretty pink called Rose Petals. What else do we have here? Oh, I skipped a color. My bad. Copper Penny by Classic Colorworks, which is like the middle of some of the flowers. I have Yosemite, which is a soft blue-gray from Color and Cotton. Wintertide, which is going to be Joseph's robe, and Red Velvet, which is gonna be Mary's. Isn't that pretty? Oh my gosh, it's such a pretty color. I pulled Evergreen and Tumeric. Do you say Tumeric or Tumeric? I say Tumeric. Coffee Bean. Oh, yum. Hazel. And last but certainly not least, Black Coffee. You're gonna see a trend today. There's a lot of Black Coffee and Grits kitted up. These are probably the prettiest flosses that I have because these have not been cut or used at all, but a lot of the other ones I did pull like scraps and leftovers, so don't judge if it's not cute. Okay, the other Emily Call piece that I said I must stitch this season is Be Merry. Adorable. And for this, I pulled a scrap of Bramble by Picture This Plus. This is also 32 count linen. I had purchased a whole yard of this, so I've used it a lot and I really like the neutral for it. So I think I pulled Emily's DMC Red 355, as well as her dark green suggestion, which is DMC 561. I should look and make sure I'm telling you the truth. Yes, those are right. And then I didn't have the pink that was called for, so I substituted Old Brick by Gentle Arts. And I pulled 3817, which is like a minty green, which looks more like what's in the picture, but that's not what's called for. And then for the snowflake color, I had a Miss Dye that was gifted to me by Holly, which is a coloring cotton color called, it says number 97. But I think that that will be really pretty and hopefully show up. I don't know, I'm gonna have to do a test run on that because with this Bramble is pretty close to that color, and I know those stitches are supposed to be ghosty, but I want to make sure, you know, that it shows up enough. So I'll have to try that one out. But I really love the colors on this. Guess what I'm doing? I'm creating an avalanche. Stacking up projects. Actually, I think what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna run a couple errands and I'm gonna go pick up some more of those vinyl bags from Container Store, the just really plain ones, just so that I have something to put these projects in so they're not just out rogue. This is actually a cute bag, so I will show it. Santa bag. Isn't that cute? Okay, so this is kind of a mess of floss, but that's okay. This is Hilltop. Let me take this out of the plastic. My bad for not having this ready. Bingo's using the dog door again. Can you hear that? Hilltop Village in Winter by Thistles. And I decided to kit this up and stitch it on just a white Aida because I don't want to stitch all that white snow. So I have a piece of 14 count vanilla cream Aida by Volcano. There we go. So it's a creamy white. I think it will represent the snow without having to stitch all that. What do you think? I hope so. So for this, I just pulled my own colors as well based on the picture. So they're not going to be the called for flosses. I pulled Eggnog. I know, not grits, but it was a little bit more creamy. I pulled Sparrow by Color and Cotton. Roasted Chestnut by Classic Colorworks. This was called for. Wood Trail by Gentle Arts. I pulled Thimble, which is a pretty gray from Color and Cotton. Black Coffee from Classic Colorworks. Rose Petal. There's just a little bit of pink in this pattern by Classic Colorworks. Tomato by Gentle Arts. And I think that represents the red in the village really well. And then Mesquite, which is a green, kind of a yellow green. And then Blue Spruce, not sure if you can see that well. This is a Weeks Colorworks floss, which I really love the color, and it has a lot of great variegation in it. Blackboard by Gentle Arts and Gold Leaf, and those two were called for. I think all of these were Gentle Arts, but I don't have that many. I have some, but not a ton. I don't know what. I feel I kitted up 10 projects. I realize that is a lofty, like, probably not all gonna get done this year, but that's okay. They'll be kitted up and ready for me when I'm able to start them. Because as you know, I already have some other whips going. Okay, these are those vinyl bags from Container Store that I really like. They're just a little higher quality than the ones from on Amazon. So I started doing this series, Heart and Hands Square Dance, and I'm gonna do the December block. I pulled just a scrap of, I don't even have this on a floss drop. I pulled just a scrap of linen. I believe this is Latte, but I'm not 100% sure about that. It looks more gray. I don't know what this is. Just a neutral linen. And then I just pulled colors from Stash, again, based on the picture, but probably, a little, no, that's probably pretty accurate to what the pictures. I won't go through every single floss for that because they are not on a ring and that will be hard to do. But these only take like a day. Like I could probably get this one done today. What else do I have here? For Christmas, I really had already shown this, but it is kitted up, so I'll show it again. This is Barnyard Christmas Ornament Series by the Prairie Schooler. And I decided I'm gonna stitch the pig next. So I finished the cow last year. So I'm gonna stitch the pig next. And for this may be the latte. This is a big piece by Fiber on a Whim, I think. You guys don't hold me to that. Look at these pretty Santa floss drops. So these are all the called for DMCs. I figure with Prairie Schooler, you shouldn't monkey with tradition, so I didn't. So I pulled all the called for DMCs. And I do really love them on this fabric. Very pretty. And the pig won't take too long. So see, maybe I didn't bite off more than I can chew. No, I definitely did. I did kit up some smalls. I realized I have nothing for my dough bowl for Christmas. I'm gonna have to figure that out next year. I also have this kit, which I've had for a couple years now from Busilla. It's a poinsettia stocking. Is that what it's called? Santa poinsettia tree felt stocking. So I wanted to make this for my mom because we all as a family have felt stockings. Tyler has one that his mom made for him, and I made one for Will, and my grandmother made one for me. So I'll put in a little video of those. Can't show them to you right now because the sun is on them, but I'll edit it in. So I know that's lofty as well. I probably should have started on that sooner. But if I get it started, then I'll keep working on it, right? Okay, one more cute ornament I kitted up from. This is the Cross Stitch 2023 special holiday issue Christmas ornaments. So it was from last year. And I have to be careful showing this to you because the patterns are on the same page as the ornaments. I'm going to stitch this one, Be Jolly. Let me see if I can give credit to who designed this. Designed by Jan Fate of Angel Stitching. And I'm going to stitch it on this adorable check. This is a 32 count barn board check Lugana by Zweigart. And I think I pulled mostly the call for colors for this. I know I did pull black coffee and grits instead of whatever the black and white were. And then I pulled 321, DMC 321, which is like, you know, that really pretty bright red. My mother-in-law had a ton of this in her stash, so I will never run out of that color. I have it for days. And then I didn't have the mustache color, so I pulled this 3032 DMC. And then I think I didn't have the skin flesh tone either, so I pulled 950 from DMC. And this is the call for pink, which is 3326. Oh, I love the colors. I love the colors on this fabric. So he won't take too long either. So what should I start first? I have so many things I want to stitch. Okay, let me see if I can move the Christmas table and bring in the winter table. Whoa, there's another avalanche happening. Okay, so more winter themed projects, more than Christmas. So these I can carry into January and February, I guess. February is still winter, right? So the next one is the monthly weigh-in by Stitching with the Housewives for January, and this is so adorable. We've got the snowman on the scale and the snowman in the wagon with the cardinals. Oh, I just love it so much. The blue just really pops on this. And I do have the scale, the wooden piece from Paisleys and Polka Dots in the little go-withs. I think I have all of those painted. I'll have to double check. Decided to stitch this on a piece of color and cotton linen that I got in my subscription. This is Drizzle, and it is a 32 count linen. I thought that's just so like perfectly wintry. And then as you may know, I have just a big ring of floss for Stitching with the Housewives projects because Priscilla kind of uses the same colors over and over again. So I am going to use the called for, and I did check and they're all in here. So that will be fun. And then last year, when I went to Pine Needles up in Utah, actually this year, I'm already wanting to say last year because I feel like we're turning the corner into 2025, but it was earlier this year that I went to Pine Needles. I picked up Winter Topography, and this is a Pine Mountain Designs pattern. And I decided that for this one, I pulled my own colors as well, just based off the picture, but I'm debating on the fabric. I'm either going to use this sparkly Live and Die LA London Fog Lugana Opal in 32 count. Let me show you the floss colors that I pulled. We can talk about these. Look at this cute floss bling. I got this from one of my friends at Stitch New England. It has a cute little mane charm on it. This was either Missy or Kathy. I can't remember which one, but isn't that cute? So I pulled hickory sticks for the brown, grits for the white. That's Weeks Dye Works grits. I don't know how I was able to do this a minute ago and I can't now. Pistachio for the green. Smoky Mountains for the dark green. Those are both color and cotton flosses. I think the last of these are all color and cotton. Battleship, which is like one of my favorite navy blues. And then, what is this? Mermaid's Folly, also color and cotton. So, okay, you'll have to vote between the London Fog and just this pretty gray. This is also color and cotton. Cottage Stone, 32 count linen. So let's look at the colors. Let me see if I can make this look pretty. I can try. Okay. So what do you think? Cottage Stone? That's really pretty too. Or the Opal Lugana in color London Fog. Can you guys see those sparkles? Oh, it's so pretty. I picked this up thinking I love it with red, and then it would be fun for some ornaments. Just love that like fire and ice kind of color combo. And there's plenty of it here to do this piece and have some left over. So don't think that if we use it for this project, we can't use it for some ornaments too. Okay, I think I already showed this too in my last Flosstube, but I haven't started it, so I'm gonna show it again. And this is gonna be a sow with my friend Krista, the Wildflower Stitcher. So remember, I'm stitching the Autumn Traditions sampler, so we picked up summer and winter. So we're gonna start Winter Traditions sampler on the first day of winter, which is December 21st. So kit it up and start it with us. This is from Tiny Modernist. It's like such a fun village scene. I just love it so much. And I love the color of this fabric. And I didn't have anything just like it, but I had picked out a piece of ale by Picture This Plus. And this is 32 count. And I do know from watching Joy of the Carolina Stitchers stitch on this that white just really pops on it. So I thought it would be pretty. So I kitted this up with the Called For DMCs. There are a bunch of them. And they're kind of unusual. Like you look at the picture and you think it looks very like traditional Christmas. But then look at this red. It's very like poppy orange. So I kitted up with all the Called For DMCs, but then I did substitute grits for the white. So Week Sourix grits for the white, which is also what I'm doing for the autumn one. Pretty, right? That's gonna be fun. I found a tag in the bag for another piece of fabric. I can't remember what I was using this bag from last. Oh my gosh. Doesn't even matter. Okay, last piece. Are you ready for this? I'm really excited about this one. So last January, I was at Stitch Away in Ohio, and the guest designer was Summer House Stitchworks, and I really enjoyed meeting her and listening to her talk about like her design inspiration and everything. And while I was there, Sarah from Stitchy Sarah Reads, she was finishing this project up and she gifted it to me. So I thought that was so sweet. She gave me the chart and also her leftover floss. And she was using the Belle Soie from Classic Colorworks, the Belle Soie silks. Oh my gosh, they're just gorgeous. So I'm going to use the Belle Soies, and I also picked up this piece of fabric while we were there at Stitch Away, and this is Freeze, which I feel like is just perfect, right? When you think of winter, this is a really unusual fabric. This is from Atomic Ranch, and this is an 18 count Aida. So I think it'll be perfect for those Belle Soies. Let me show you all of it together. I'm a little nervous about the silks with the Aida because I don't know if the textures are gonna play nice, but I really love the colors on this piece of fabric. It's so wintry and beautiful. I need you to see that green. Oh yeah. So that's gonna be beautiful too. And there you go. There you have it. How many projects was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 if you count the poinsettia kit. So there are 11 fabulous projects for Christmas/winter. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't seen my latest video, I put one out last week that recapped all my November stitching, and I'm thinking that I'll do a whip parade before the end of the year as well. Maybe, I say that, you know how the holidays happen? The dogs are chasing one another. You may hear a little growling going on. So at any rate, if I don't do a whip parade before the end of December, I will do one at the first week in January. So look forward to that, a whip parade. I know everyone loves parades. Hopefully you enjoyed the kit parade. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. I really appreciate it. Happy stitching!